Hi everybody. This twin flame video is going to be on telepathy, and telepathy is a very important documented fact in many other videos before, and I feel telepathy is something which, if it's addressed as many times, it's less. Telepathy is a very good medium which most of the twins on their twin flame journey have used uh, to be able to connect with their twin in 5D, because let's face it, a lot of the twins on their journey go through a 3D physical separation. There are lucky few who don't go through a 3D physical separation because they've already worked on their issues beforehand, but a lot of us go through a 3D separation phase during our twin flame journey. And for some, the 3D separation phase is quite long. And what saves those twins is telepathy. Telepathy is so beautiful. It can be verbal telepathy, it can be emotional telepathy, and it can be, sexual telepathy. That's how I would like to classify it. Now, I want to tell you certain episodes of telepathy so that you can get validation when you are experiencing telepathy. Because for many many twins who are new on this twin flame journey, it's very difficult for them to sometimes accept, because they've been living 3D lives ever since. So it's very difficult for them to accept that this kind of a phenomena is occurring, and even if they know that it's occurring, they don't fully tap into their intuition, and they fully don't tap into the telepathy, and they also don't fully tap into the spectrum of telepathy that is available. They somehow just get tied down by whatever um, they are being provided in terms of telepathy by the twin, and they don't like to take the initiative on their own telepathically. So I would like to tell you about certain instances, like for me on my twin flame journey. I used to use verbal telepathy a lot, and it was generally my twin who used to contact me, because most of the times I was standing still. I was in the standstill phase. So my twin used to contact me telepathically almost every night that I used to go, when I used to lay myself to sleep. He used to come into my thoughts. And he used to try to have a conversation with me, just a regular hi, how are you, a very tender energy. He used to like sometimes touch my cheek. Those were the smallest episodes of telepathy. Smallest, I say, smallest in intensity. And then, like, whenever I was going through any hard time in my life, like, let's say I was going to meet some professional, like a lawyer or something. My twin I used to just think about my twin, and my twin used to be telepathically present with me, putting a hand over my shoulders to let me know that he's there. And then telepathically, I used to connect with him, like where he used to have this very playful energy, and he used to come looking for a more intimate encounter. And I used to sense that, because he used to be very playful at that time. He generally is a very playful person, but at that time when he wanted an intimate encounter, he used to turn even more playful. He used to like crack a joke or something so that he could impress me, and then I would loosen up or something like that. It was like foreplay. That energy was like foreplay. So that was one kind of telepathy that we had. And then I went through numerous encounters where we were intimate and we had astral sex, so that was another kind of telepathy. And also, I had a lot of those experiences where I could feel his emotions, and I could feel how he's feeling at on a certain day, whether he's disappointed, whether he's not feeling good with his own life, or whether it's happiness. I used to feel all that, so that I would categorize into emotional telepathy or emotional feelings. And also, um there were many instances when he used to be confused about making a certain professional decision, or how somebody views him or something, and he used to come to me seeking advice telepathically. That used to happen during the daytime, and he used to come asking advice, and I used to tell him, in just one sentence. I used to figure it out so quickly, and he used to be impressed, and he used to go back, do the same stuff, which I told him. And this is how we connected. And then sometimes he also used to connect telepathically with me, complaining about certain friends of his at eating up his time, and stuff like that, because my twin likes to keep a very tight schedule, and he used to connect telepathically with me whenever he thought somebody was not giving him letting him use his own time, or was wasting his time. That was beautiful. All the telepathic connections that I had with my twin were beautiful. So, like I told you, I described all of them, so you can categorize them. I already did that for you. And from this video, I basically want to put forward the message that telepathy is a beautiful thing. Please utilize it. Initially, when I used to get this telepathic contact, I was a little bit apprehensive that what is happening. But when I explored into this whole telepathy, I actually figured out that you can do so much and so much more in 5D than you can do in 3D. Sometimes we are so busy in 3D, and we can't actually, we want our twin or another partner to sit with us, and go through like the day and day stuff and all that. But what you can do in 5D, you're not even utilizing the person's time, for some busy professionals. You can just connect telepathically and do anything. The range is so wide, from talking to having an intimate encounter. You know, Probably the only thing you can't do is get pregnant through telepathy. Other than that, you can do everything. So, I hope my viewers got a lot of validation regarding telepathy. And again, telepathy is beautiful. You can even fight during telepathy. You can do anything that you want, or anything that your actual authentic self is wanting you to do with your twin. Sometimes we can't fight in 3D, because we somehow feel that, oh, this fight is going to break a connection or something. Although a twin connection never breaks, but still, like, why I say this, there are certain things we feel apprehensive about doing them in 3D, but anything, you can do anything in 5D. Like I said, the only thing you can't do is get pregnant, and I'm sure that can also be figured out somehow. Thank you so much.